All right, day 15. Today we are talking about the R and the M of forming, and we are talking about expanding your market. Super important to do from the start when you are a new coach. That is one of the concerns that I've heard a number of people talk about when they first join in. Well, what do I do when I have asked or invited all of my friends and family? Then what happens? How do I become a successful coach beyond that? And so that's why we teach you how to expand your market. So the R and the M, did any of you actually use the F and the O yet, or the forming process? Um, Remember, the F stands for family and the O stands for occupation. And so here are the final two letters for R and M. R is recreation. So what does your prospect do for fun? Do they play sports? Are they in a club? Do they go to the beach, or do they go camping with their family? Just what do they do for fun? And then M, message. After you get to know your new friend by asking questions about their family and their occupation and recreation, you can tailor your invitation for them to get their free Team Beachbody Club membership and join your health and fitness Facebook page. And then we all know where it can go from there. So the message is just basically you've learned about them, and then now you're basically inviting them to kind of be your friend. So go out there and form with some people. You will be glad that you did it. I want you today, before you are done with the day, to make it your goal to form with at least one new person via social media today. You can do this just simply by having a conversation with somebody in this group if you want to, even just to practice. But I would prefer that you go off and do it with somebody that is in your contact list or in your network. But if you want to try it out with somebody here or on in our team page, feel free to do that. So, okay, expanding your market. It's how to have more people to form with. So you, like I said, a lot of times you have invited your close family and you've invited your friends to start doing your challenge groups, and then you're wondering, now what do I do? So how do you keep the momentum going? So if you go back to that 5-step invitation guide and the Beachbody Challenge group presentation videos where they were talking about forming, right, like what we just did, our most successful coaches are always looking for people to help and make new friends wherever their lives take them, as well as on the internet. So always keep your ears and your eyes open, and don't be afraid to just talk to people. So a couple of great ways to expand your list. Number one, social media. We are using it right now. So YouTube, right? You've got hundreds, possibly thousands of friends on Facebook and Google+, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram. Plus, they have friends that you could friend. So if you want more help, we have a couple of lists that you can click on in the online office, and I'll provide links to you below. But so that is a great way to meet people. Wear and share. If you wear Beachbody gear that we have in on the Beachbody page, the t-shirts, hats, all that kind of stuff, and you keep your ears open, and you'll start to hear people mention that they've heard of or that they've done that program because they see what you're doing, and then that is the end, to start the conversation with them and start to form them, right, and talk to those people. So wear and share is a great way to kind of break the ice and start the conversation. Are you a parent? Do your kids play sports? Are they in school? Are they in clubs? Every child has parents of some sort, so connect with them. I was just talking to one of my coaches today, and she is both of her boys are starting in soccer, and the season starts up, so she's going to be there a lot. So there's a whole bunch of new parents that she can talk to and build relationships with, and potentially become her customers through Beachbody, and she can help change their lives. So always be thinking of ways to be able to do that. Another good way to expand your network, are you a member of any networking groups? If you're not, join some. There are tons of networking groups through social media. So I know on Facebook I am connected with a couple of moms groups that are part of my town. So I think it's like Huntington Beach Moms Group and Orange County Moms Group or something like that. And so I connect with moms and talk about different mommy type things or whatever through there. And then once I started having a conversation with somebody, I friend them on Facebook, and then from there on out, we can start that relationship, and potentially they end up becoming one of my customers down the road and doing one of my challenge groups. So that's also another great way that a lot of people tend to forget. I know I didn't think of that initially when I first started. So think of those different things that you that are your hobbies or stuff that you like to do. I know that we have a coach who's really into Star Wars, so she's into like these Star Wars groups, and she meets people through there. All right, and then another one. Do you buy groceries or do you do any kind of shopping? I'm sure you do because you have to eat, right? So people are everywhere. If you're just friendly, people will want to talk to you. I know one of my coaches, when she first started, she originally shared a story about how she was buying sneakers because she needed some new sneakers for her Insanity workout, and so the person who they happened to be like a really bright color, and the person who was checking her out was making a comment about her sneakers, and she said, "Oh yeah, I'm buying them because I'm starting the Insanity program, the at-home workout in my house," and da da da. And she knew it from seeing the infomercials, and they started a conversation about it, and then lo and behold, the new coach got the person who was checking her out her info, and they created that relationship right there from being, checking out buying sneakers at the sports store. So you can always be talking to people. Just always have that open. Be open. Put it out there. What's the worst that could happen, right? They ignore you and they walk away and then they're in the other direction or something like that. But it's really not the end of the world, right? So I want you to make a list of things that interest you or your hobbies, and then I want you to search for those topics in the Facebook search bar, and then you'll see a bunch of groups that come up in the search. And so I want you to join in a couple of them and just start participating in some of the conversation and start making friends. So I want you to share the names of the groups below that you have joined. So hopefully we all have a bunch of different groups that we can start talking about and sharing with each other when we do our Zoom chats. All right, have an awesome rest of the day and go get out there and expand your market.